Yes. Would anyone like to share what their business is like right now, or if you have any questions in your mind? And if not, I can keep talking. I was always told as a child I talk too much. I just realized it's probably a capacity. Yes, my dear Ankita.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Currently my business is, I won't say stagnant. I'm receiving whatever I require and desire. In terms of keeping myself busy is what I was, asking. And now again, I'm in an interesting point of view. So I would like to outcreate my current financial reality with my business.
Okay, awesome. So you also said something that it's keeping you, did you say it's keeping you busy?
No, I am willing to be, busy with my work because I enjoy doing it.
Hmm.
And although in terms of money, I'm getting it regularly, work-wise, nothing is happening. That's what interesting point of view I have.
Okay, but let's look at that energy of busy for just a few minutes here. Yeah. Now, when you're busy, you're actually looking at trying to fill space because you made time real and you've decided that, how do I pass this time? Instead of being the energy space consciousness that you truly be, you're now operating from matter, energy, space, and time, which is the MEST reality instead of the ESC that you truly be. So when you're looking to be busy with work, you're actually looking and operating from the MEST reality. That in itself, and for many of you, this term MEST reality is going to seem really weird, and ESC is going to seem really weird. So ESC is something known as energy, space, and consciousness, which is the space that you actually create from, where you're not really busy. It's not like the energy of busy is I'm doing things, I'm doing things, I'm doing things, I don't have time, I don't have time, stuff like that. You're always you're always in the doing mode. But when you're in the space of, and that is a messed reality. But when you are in the energy space consciousness and you're operating from that, you may still be, doing like I've been doing for the past few hours now, if you look at my doing. But that's from the space of energy space consciousness. I could look at myself and be like, I'm really busy. But I look at myself and I'm like, I'm creating. Because time is not real in that moment of my creation. What is real is the energy of who I be, the space that I occupy, and the consciousness that I operate from. So when you're looking at the energy space consciousness of who you be, you could be working, if you want to look at the time, you could be working for half an hour a day and accomplish something that someone accomplished in 5 days. But for the remaining, if you're going to look at the remaining days and be like, I'm not busy, I'm not working, I'm not busy, I'm not doing anything. Now you stepped into the messed again, the messed reality again, where time starts to control you. True creation, true choice is in the space of energy, space, consciousness. So what are you creating as your reality that has you controlled by time? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and buck, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. And I recognize we're doing this as a Facebook Live also. We have a number of people online on Zoom right now who have done access before. And for all of you on Facebook Live who have not probably done access before or really heard of access earlier, if this is one of your first calls of access, Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, provides, and beyonds is the clearing statement of Access Consciousness. Access Consciousness has been created by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here. And you can read more about it online. And you can also get way more information about the clearing statement, which is truly magical. So getting again to the question that Ankita had. Ankita, what if you could actually start to include the ask of money with your creations? I mean, let's look at this. Are you working to keep yourself busy? Are you working to have a hobby? Or are you working to create a life?
I think hobby and creator life go hand in hand.
Yeah, thank you. So when you're creating it as a hobby, you're going to create it as a hobby. Does a hobby create you money?
Yes, because I have started teaching dancing out.
Mhm.
I enjoy doing it. Similarly, the type of work I do, I really cherish each and every single minute which I spend working on that.
Yeah, but when it's creating you money, the hobby is now a business.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
right? But when it's a hobby, it's a hobby. It's something that you do because you enjoy it. It's something that you do. It doesn't necessarily include money in the computation. I mean, how many of you include money in the computation of a hobby? Anybody? No. But in the business, when you're creating a business with maybe a hobby, like painting, maybe you start out with painting's a hobby, right? And now you look at it and be like, okay, what can this create? How can this create me money? Now you're looking at creating a revenue stream out of your hobby. You've got to be clear with yourself, guys, what you're creating. You've got to be clear. You've got to be crystal clear with yourselves. You cannot afford to fool yourselves about what you're creating as your reality. You cannot tell yourself that it's a hobby and then expect it to make you money. So what can I create? What can I be with this business? What can I be with this creation that has me creating money? What am I not willing to be with this that has me creating money? You want to recognize, Ankita, thank you for your question, love, and for your vulnerability to go with me here. Because truly, I mean, how many of us are facing that in this moment, but we don't want to talk about it because we look at it as something wrong, as a weakness in us. So, Ankita, thank you for actually voicing this. But you also want to get, darling, that when you're not creating money in any situation, whether it's with your business, whether it's with painting, with singing, with dancing, with facilitating, with anything at all, if you're not creating money, there's something that you're not willing to be there. So what am I not
Ma'am,
willing to be that if I would be it, would have me create way more money?
ma'am, may I say something?
Yes, please go ahead.
So, ma'am, my business is definitely creating money for myself.
Mhm.
I am not, doing some work for it to get the money. Now, I would like to outcreate my current financial reality also. This was my second question. Work-wise, I got it. When I'm not doing anything, still I'm making. That is like I am creating it.
Okay, so what will it take to outcreate what I was yesterday? What will it take to outcreate everything that I have been up until now? Vashima's question is, what is outcreating? I will just get to that. Run that question, Ankita, and see what that changes for you. So Vashima, outcreating is when you, what is messed? Okay, I will also get to that. Outcreating is when you actually, there's no competition in that energy. It's an out creation. It's like whatever I created yesterday, I'm going to out create it, not by judging it, but by receiving all the energy from the universe, receiving all the capacities and the capabilities that are available to me, and creating way greater than I did without a judgment of it. Because the moment you go into judgment of it, you've actually gone into competition, you've gone into judgment of self or of somebody else.
Wait, so when you say that, it's like, okay, I receive everybody else's judgment about whatever it is that I'm creating.
Yeah.
And then you outcreate it. Like, no, that doesn't make sense to me for some reason.
In out creation, there is no judgment. Where there is judgment, there is competition.
Oh,
Out creation just is. Out creation is you being an inspiration to yourself and to everybody else around you.
I get
Out-
a sense like it's creating something bigger and bigger. I mean, like a better version of before. Is that what it is? Or have I?
Without a reference point to what was, but an awareness of what is possible.
Oh, awareness of what is possible.
Which is an energy, which is an awareness of an energy of what is possible.
Ah,
Please repeat.
No,
Geet,
please
I don't
repeat,
remember.
It was profound.
I don't remember. Does anyone know what I said? Because I don't. Sorry, Geet.
it's the energy of what is
Out-
possible.
Out creation is the awareness of what is possible. You're aware of what you're creating in the future.
Thank you, darling. Thanks, Reena. Yeah, that.
Mm.
And out creation also comes from, playing the leapfrog. Like I'll put my 1 foot forward and, I'm going and I'm willing to be with this. And now you put your 1 foot forward and be willing to be with this. And let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's like I outcreate myself, I outcreate everybody on the planet, and I'm happy to have everyone else outcreate me. So now I can outcreate them. But there's no competition there. There's an inspiration there. There's no jealousy and envy and judgment there. There's an inspiration and an awareness of an energy that, wow, if you can be that and create that, what will it take to outcreate that? Thank you for showing me what you can create. Thank you for showing me what you just created.
Chandna, can I give an example of
Yes,
me and
please,
Nishita?
darling. Go for it.
Of me and Nishita in your
Yes.
team.
Go for it.
Me and Nishita and Chandana's team, and then you're like, oh, you got a client. Oh, what will it take for me to now, create somebody to participate in Chandana's class? So it's not competition. Like, wow, she did that. Nishita got somebody in the class, and then Nishita, when she sees that I got somebody, she's like, wow, Reena created invited somebody and somebody's joining now. What will it take for me to also
Ah,
create that? So it's like, wow, if she can do it, even I can do it. But it's not from the space of judgments and competition. It's like, well, what more can we create together?
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that, darling. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
such
also
a
an
And
acknowledgement
the most amazing part is we both are acknowledging and we're not even having verbal
that.
conversation about it.
Exactly. Just that. It's
Yeah.
an acknowledgement of an energy that exists.
Yeah.
Out creation is an acknowledgement of an energy that exists.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Yes, I
I
see a
have
lot
a-
of hands up.
I have
Who's
a
going-
question. Am I in the
Yes.
queue? Or-
Yes, go for it.
Okay. So Gary has been talking about a humanoid cannot do one thing at a time. They have to do 10 things at a time. And
Hmm.
I've been in that question about what is that 10 things
Hmm.
and 10 more than 10 things.
So
What
what
is
is fun? What is fun for you? Creating one thing at a time or actually creating 10 things at a time and being present with all? Okay, let's go with question number 1. What is more fun for you? Creating one or creating 10 things at one time?
10?
Okay. Are you more present with the one thing when you're creating, or are you more present with all 10 when you're creating them together?
That is what I'm asking. What is those 10 things? I mean, am I really like, is it like cognitively like doing something, or is it more energetically?
It's your willingness to create your life and not focus on the one thing that you think creates your life. When you're focusing on one thing, you're just creating one thing.
Oh,
It's your willingness to look at what all is possible to have and be the spherical awareness. So you can say, yes, this energy, yes, this energy, yes, this energy. Instead of being, I'm focusing and I'm creating my life, and now my children have exams, so I will not go out, I will not talk to friends, I will not work, I will sit home and only teach my children because my children have exams.
Oh,
Okay, that's doing one thing. Whereas, okay, my kids have exams, I got to be present with that. And what's required in my business, what's required with my family, what's required with my friends, what's required with my home. Where you don't shut out, you don't exclude, but you receive. And then you go with the energy. You can only do and be that when you're willing to be the spherical awareness. And the spherical awareness is the energy of actually zooming out of everything that you're creating, so you can have the spherical awareness of what's being created and what is available. You're not becoming the creation, but you are the source of the creation.
oh wow. That's brilliant.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
for your question. Yeah.
yes. Can I just ask one question? Does it
Yes.
also mean when we take not a spherical awareness, it is more about also not making that one thing very significant in our life?
Absolutely, darling. Yeah.
Focus, and then we focus our energy on other things. So the relevance and the presumptive realities we attach with it, this must work out, otherwise my life collapses. That kind of.
Absolutely. Yeah. When you focus on anything and make something really significant, you have to really limit your awareness.
And the expectation obviously built up then, because you're projecting
Yeah.
everything.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, darling. Yes. Shanali. And then we'll go to, okay. Did your hand, was your hand up? Did it go down? Did you put it down?
My hand did go down.
Okay. Yeah, Shonali.
You answered me. Thank you.
Going back to Ankita,
Yeah.
the doing things as a hobby and if you create your business as a hobby, but when you try to do it for money, or when you take money, there is this whole muck of energy that comes up with it, right? And you have to do it professionally, you have to be, competing with the other people who are doing it professionally, and the value that you're giving, how do you, like, you have to give a value. I don't know if I'm like able to.
So let's look at the first
it.
part. Yeah, let's look at the first part of what you just said. Who does that belong to, Shonali? Is that even yours?
Ooh.
I mean, when you said
Yeah.
that, was it light or heavy?
Heavy.
So is that yours?
No. Okay, I get it.
So what is your reality? Ask the question, what is my reality with business?
Mm.
What is my reality with money?
Mm. Instead of like looking out for, okay,
Yeah.
what does value mean for you? How much work will I have to get done for you, and so on. Okay.
That's also linear, right? That's all the way this
Yeah.
reality creates a business. It all depends on what they think is right, how much they think is right, what they think you should get, you have to look at other people, how much they are charging to decide what you should charge. Instead
Yeah.
of what's my reality with business? What's my reality with this?
Right. Yeah, you just clear out the whole muck of, or the
Yeah.
cloud which
Yeah.
was coming up with it. It goes back to that conversation of what comes easy to you and what is fun for you. And somehow that money just takes out the fun out of it and makes it very linear, like you
So
said.
again, who does that belong to?
Yes, and return to the sender.
Yeah. So when did you decide money isn't fun?
Yeah.
When did you decide asking for money isn't fun? When did you decide receiving money is not fun?
Wow, that was light.
Right, wrong, good,
Wow.
bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards and beyonds.
Yeah, money for fun. That's fun.
Yeah,
That's very, very light.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like, what if you are not, so how many of you are, okay, let's look at this. What is your reason and justification for creating a business? Who wants to go? Like you can unmute yourself and say it, or you can type it in. Okay, Ankita says money. Vashima says for the fun of it. Okay, what else?
To prove that we are doing something like the busyness or
Busyness, yeah. Mouths to feed, yeah. To have money and celebrations, okay, cool. To be independent, yeah.
To outcreate our life.
To
which
create our lives, okay. What else? Mamta says comforts, okay. That is the only thing that I do for fun. Great. Vashima says I feel the feeling of achievement. Yeah. What else? Productive. Yeah. So if you see all of this, it's most of the answers that we just read out were very linear. I mean, many people sometimes when I ask them, okay, like, why are you doing this business? And they're like, but I have to feed my family. Or else they'll say, that's the only thing I know. That's what my dad did. And that's what I do. Or else they say, that's what I studied. So now I have to go get a job. So, that's what I know. It comes from a very linear space. It doesn't come from, it expands my world. It's so much fun. Yeah, need that, Reena. Thank you. All of that comes from the space of being needy of money. All of it comes from a space of presumptions of what you can do instead of what can I choose today?
thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. So if you could choose to create a business, if you could choose to create, if you could create anything today, what would that be? Yeah, if you could create anything, what would that be? Ask that question to yourself. If I could create anything today, what would that be? Start your day with that. That's a very generative energy to instill into your day. Instead of now I got to get up, now I got to go to work, now I have to go to office, now I have to open the doors, now I have to sit in front of my computer, that all of that energy, there's no generative energy in that, but when you get up in the morning and you ask yourself, if I could create anything today, what would that be? And now going with that energy of creation. And everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and to receive that, to destroy and uncreate that, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, 9 shots, boys, forwards and beyonds. So, do we have any more questions, my dears?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please go for it.
I'm not sure. Okay, anyways. Okay, you just said everything what we said was linear, right? Like in the sense, like go to work, wake up.
Yeah.
What is non-linear? Ask Anisha.
Asking a question.
Oh, wait. Oh,
When you operate from a conclusion, when you operate from a decision, an answer, a judgment, it's linear. It's an answer. It's a direction you have to follow. You're not leading. You're not the leader. When you create your life from linearity, you're actually being a follower. When you create your life, your day from a question, you're being the leader of your life.
So question is non-linear.
Even. Yes. Being in the question is non-linear. Being in the question is you being the leader.
Oh, wow. Okay, I totally. Thank you. I got that differently. That's easy. Thanks.
You're welcome, darling. Thank you, Geet. Nishita says, I'm still laughing at now. I have to open the door. Yeah, how many of us do that, right? I have to open the office in the morning.
Hi, Channa.
Hi, darling.
What
Varsha.
Hi. What is MEST?
Oh, sorry, you did ask that question earlier. MEST is matter, energy, space, and time. What we actually, this reality is based on that. Matter, which is the form, the structure, the significance, energy, space, and time. Your reality is energy, space, and consciousness. Time was created to organize your life. Time was not created to control you. Time was created by man, the way money was created by man. Both were created for organization, to make your life simple. But what we did is we turned it around to start to work for money and started to work with time, for time. So time got to control us and money got to control us. And that's why we made the MEST reality a reality.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What if you can use time to your advantage? Yeah, be slaves instead of leaders. Absolutely, that's what we started to do. So what if you can use money to your advantage? What if you can use
Hey,
time
sorry,
to your
Channa.
advantage? Yes, darling.
Yeah. Can you say more about how can we take time to our advantage? What I'm
Yeah,
not able
so
to ask you the question.
that's fine. So how do you use time to your advantage? By knowing that you can expand time. By asking for the contribution of time.
Oh, you made it that easy.
Yeah, the thing is, it is easy. But we've been taught it cannot be easy. We've been taught it must be difficult. Are you willing to have it so easy? Where time works for you, where money works for you, all that you have to do is receive.
Pragya has asked a question.
Yes, darling.
Can we choose something just because we want to choose it or experiment with it?
Well, it depends on what you're making the choice for. Are you just choosing it to have fun with it? Are you choosing it simply because it's light? Or are you choosing it from the space of everyone's choosing it, so I must choose it, so let me choose it and see what it creates for me? True choice comes from the space of light and heavy. True choice comes from the space of the willingness to have fun with it and not judge yourself for it. I mean, how many of us create a business and then we go into total judgment of the business? Is that really a creation now? If you're creating a business and then you're judging your business, you're destroying your business. But if you're creating a business and you're looking at a part of your business that's not working, and you ask a question of what's required of me here, or what can I be here that can change this? Or business, what do you require here? Now you're being the energy of creation, generation, institution. And all three energies are essential to create a life, a living, to create a business 500 years into the future, 1,000 years into the future, where even if you're not there in your body, your business is still thriving. If you were creating your business for 1,000 years into the future, what would you choose to be, and what would you choose to create? I'd like you to ask yourselves this question every day. And I'm going to wind up here. If anyone has any questions, feel free to shoot them. Please repeat. Oh, I don't know what I said. Sorry. But you will get the replay. And if you want it even faster, you can go into Facebook and pull it out from there. Okay? I'm glad, Radhika. So thank you all for joining us. And it's been wonderful to have you all here, although it's pretty late at night. And have a wonderful night ahead. And if any of you want to join me for a Business Done Different 3-day class, I have one starting on the 24th. It's from the 24th to the 26th. It's in Delhi and it's online from anywhere in the world. And you are welcome to join us. And what else is possible? All right. Good night, friends. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, Chandna.
Thank you.
much.
And we have Geet
you.
Batra here, who is also a Joy of Business facilitator. And if his dates work for you, if these ones don't, please grab them. He's brilliant at what he does.
I came here to learn from you, and I wanted to be facilitated on how much time I was spending in my business and doing nothing else for fun.
Oh,
But that spherical awareness part, I completely missed it. And thank you so much. What a contribution.
you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you
It
for
was awesome.
receiving. Thank you, Geet. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, lovelies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Sonali, were you going to say something?
Thank you. No, just thank you.
Oh, love you. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, Chandana.
Bye,
You're
ma'am.
welcome, sweethearts. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.